Thanks for visiting the patient and the weather today. I'm meteorologist Al Peterlin. I'd like to talk about the weather health risk and stresses for February 4th, 2026. We do keep additional graphics available at tpatw.com, and we maintain a storefront on Amazon, Patient Weather. Purchases made through our Patient Weather storefront on Amazon do support the activities of Patient Weather. Looking at the surface map for February 4th, and it's basically high pressure dominant almost from coast to coast, although there is that low pressure center trying to brew in South Carolina, cool front, warm front, and lots of unsettled weather from Florida clear on up into Virginia. Looking at our vitality index, which is a measure of all of those weather elements that might have some kind of stress on the human body, you can see we have a little bit of activity going on here in the northern plains, a lot of activity across the south and especially in the southeast. Looking at pressure change, and this is always one of the more significant issues with weather and human health, we have falling pressure here in eastern Montana. We have falling pressure across the south and southeast, but mainly here in Florida, Georgia, into South Carolina. Note that we have rising pressure from New Mexico into Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Arkansas, cutting up through Mississippi into western Tennessee, western Kentucky. Looking at temperature change, and temperatures have been brutal for so long, you'll note there's not much going on. It's mild and dry here in the west, but we still have a little bit of falling temperatures here right in the Louisiana, Mississippi, Tennessee, Ohio Valley area. Again, that'll be probably relatively short-lived, but still cold on cold. Notice a little bit of warming right up here along the border areas. Dew point temperature changes are more significant, and you'll see that we have a lot of moisture flowing in here from Texas, clear on up into the Ohio Valley for the moment, and then some rising dew point temperatures here across Florida, South Carolina. So we're drying out here. There must be a frontal system in between. A lot of moisture here in the east. Vapor pressure showing much the same thing. Falling dew point temperatures here from Texas on up into the Ohio Valley. Lots of moisture here in the southeast. Looking at the change in oxygen availability, you can see we have that risk of migraine from New Mexico across Texas, very significant across East Texas on into Louisiana, Arkansas, especially here in Mississippi and Alabama, and up through Tennessee and Kentucky, very significant, and in the lower portions of the Ohio Valley, especially across southern Indiana, Ohio, and making its way all the way through Pennsylvania into New Jersey, and then shooting up through the upstate New York area. We have a risk of asthma and arthritis here across the north, all the way from Montana and Wyoming, across North Dakota, picking up Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan. We still have some asthma and arthritis risk up here in Maine, and note a significant area of asthma and arthritis across that unsettled weather area from Florida, across Georgia, into South Carolina. Thanks for visiting the patient and the weather today. Your comments are appreciated, and if you hurt, let us know where you're located.